Recruitment. Background check. An examination of someone's past, especially education, work, and crime. We carry out a thorough background check on all potential employees. Candidates. A person who is competing in order to get a job or other elected position. I think we should decide between the two candidates who have the longest working history. Consultant. A professional who provides expert advice in a particular area. We normally use recruitment consultants to help us find applicants for available positions. Covering letter. A letter that contains information about the thing it's sent with or attached to, often used when applying for a job. Your covering letter is the first opportunity for a potential employer to see who you really are. Draw up. To prepare or write a formal document, plan, contract, or agreement. I'm delighted to offer you the position and will draw up a contract for us both to sign. Fill in. To complete a form or document by writing the necessary information. Would you mind filling in this form with all your details so we can contact you? Fire. To dismiss or terminate someone's employment. We had to fire him for stealing produce. It breaks my heart as he has a young family. Headhunt. To actively search for and recruit a highly skilled or experienced person, often someone who is already employed elsewhere, usually for a senior or specialist role. I was headhunted for my current role, which came as a surprise, but I don't regret leaving my old job. Hire. To employ someone. I needed to hire 5 more people to join my team as we had a lot of new projects to complete. Human resources, HR. The department in a company that employs, trains, and helps staff. The human resources department is often the first contact applicants have with a company. Psychometric test. An assessment used by employers to measure candidates' mental abilities, personality traits, and suitability for a job. There were some strange questions in the psychometric test I took at the employment agency. Recruitment. The process of finding people to work for a company or become a new member of an organization. I work as a recruitment consultant in the field of accounting. References. People who know you and can recommend you for a job, explaining why you're a good worker or person. After my new employer checked my references, they offered me the job. Screen. To review and evaluate job applicants to decide who is suitable to move forward in the hiring process. All of the application forms were screened to see if the candidates met the criteria. Selection process. The series of steps a company uses to choose the most suitable candidate for a job. The selection process takes around 2 weeks and is made up of a series of interviews and tasks. Shortlist. A reduced list of possible candidates or the action of making the list. I've made it onto a shortlist of just 3 people for the job. I'm getting nervous. Take up. To accept an offer. When they offered me the job, I took it up without a second thought. Temp. A worker hired on a temporary basis. I worked as a temp in an office for a few months after I finished university. Trial period. A set length of time at the start of a new job during which an employer evaluates a new employee's performance and suitability for the role. I've got a new job, but I have to go through a 1 month trial period first before it's permanent. Turn down. To refuse or reject an offer. When I found out the terms and conditions of the job offer, I turned it down.